I stand by that. It felt like somebody standing over a potion, making a love potion, dreaming up the person that they want and the person they desire and trying to figure out how to get that person in their life. And all the kind of misdirection and bait and switch and complexity that goes into seeing someone, feeling a connection, wanting them, and trying to make them a part of your life. It's tactical at times. It's confusing at times.
Totally.
It's up to fate. It's magical.
It's called manifestation.
Weird.
That's how human beings actually make sense of it. It's we're manifesting, but it's something else.
We got rock stars standing right next to pop icons. We got rap stars standing right here next to R&B. Nobody is wasting nobody. But then look what we have here. D12, the Dirty Dozen, led by some white boy named Eminem. They are single-handedly destroying the music industry.
911, what is your emergency?
I just killed my family with a knife. All of them, all three of them.
29-year-old Michael Miller, covered in blood, talking to 911 operators minutes after killing his wife Adriana, his 9-year-old daughter Valerie, and critically injuring his 4-year-old son Brian.
They woke up, I was threatening my wife with a knife, and my kids came out, and I killed my wife, and I killed both my kids.
Okay, are you sure you're not dreaming, Michael?
I am positive.
Miller told officers he was possessed and his wife became a demon. Just before stabbing her at 4 in the morning, he told police he started screaming lyrics from an Eminem song.
You look at her. She's so sweet.
Hey, she powerful too.
Yeah, I did magic on my brother yesterday.
Mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed. You understand?
Yeah, appreciate
Michael Jordan. What about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son.
I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
Yeah.
Lucifer.
Yep. You tripped out. I may do an after party. I see it all around, man. It's not just the positive energy that speaks to me. It's the negative, too. It's the evils, too.
The so-called music industry is such a demonic thing. It sacrifices people's lives and their essences.
Is that kind of true within the industry? Is some real kind of other kind of spirits kind of handling that game? How real does that get?
Yeah, it's real. All I gotta say is that if you ain't got nobody praying for you or you don't pray for yourself, do not get into the industry. Because you know what I've learned? They say Satan don't have the red horns and the pitchfork like people think. He presents himself, honestly, if you look back before he was banished from heaven, Lucifer was the most beautiful angel of them all. So it always presents itself as beauty, but not knowing really what's on that inside. Because there's some pretty people that got some ugly soul. There's some handsome men that are demons.
Right before I performed, I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me.
It's literally an imposter. I mean, she practices, you know, a lot of people in the industry practice sacrificing, you know what I mean? Santeria, you know, you sacrifice animals and stuff, and, you know, you ask for stuff in return. I know a lot of rappers that do it.
Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration.
Have you ever think about it, why these rappers, singers, celebrities mentions demon in their songs? Why they are normalizing these things? Are they doing intentionally? Yes, they are. They wanna convey a particular message. I hope this video is gonna open your eyes. Music इतना powerful है कि वो कोई भी message लोगों तक पहुंचा सकता है, including satanic one. Some viewers may find this video a bit scary and disturbing, because I'm about to talk about disturbing things like demons, Satan and witchcraft. and other distort things. This video is rated R and viewer discretion is highly advised.
But anyway, this music had young people basically just killing themselves and worshiping the devil and just basically calling the devil's name out. We were in high school, kids would come to school with the satanic Bible, and this music would have all kinds of vicious pictures and graphic pictures on the CD covers and all this, and I mean, it was just a mess. I remember watching, and my mom had it on videotape, we watched a special on 2020 about the effects of heavy metal music, how it was causing people to kill and all this. So even the country acknowledged this big move of the enemy.
सेटन को पता है कि म्यूजिक का क्या इन्फ्लुएंस है, तभी सैटेनिक और डेमोनिक चीज़ों को इतनी ज़्यादा वीडियो में एम्फेसाइज करा जाता है. बट वाई सैटन हैज ओनली चूजन म्यूजिक टू इन्फ्लुएंस अस? ये सबको पता है कि लूसीफर, जिसे हम सैटन बोलते हैं, वो सबसे ज़्यादा पावरफुल एंजल था हेवन में, एंड लूसीफर वॉज ऑल्सो इन कंट्रोल ऑफ म्यूजिक इन हेवन. उसका डिज़ायर गॉड बनना था एंड वो रिबेलियन एक्टिविटीज़ भी करता था. अल्टीमेटली उसका फॉल डाउन होता है. And now he's on earth. He's using music as a weapon to influence enormous amount of audience because he was in control of music in heaven. Devil is the angel of the music and he has power over the air. If you're thinking कि I'm only talking about music जो कि particular singers और rapper की वीडियो में होता है, and I'm talking about music as a whole that covers games, commercial ad, movies, etc. Because everything requires music to put out something.
So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world.
If particular singer has sold his soul to devil and वो particular singer devil की बात नहीं मानता है, तो what he can do to us, you can see it.
And they told me I had to like kind of sacrifice something. They said you're gonna have to pay it back because you just put this information out there. This is gonna put people in the wrong mindset of what we're trying to do in society. They told me that if I don't do these list of things, then they're going to hurt my family or hurt people that I really care about.
Warning.
Nicholas.
Simon.
Rex.
Hello, Simon.
What a wonderful surprise.
We must apologize for breaking in on your party like this, Simon.
Oh, it isn't a party. It's just a meeting of a little astronomical society I've joined.
Really?
Well,
when did you join this group? We were never told that... I don't understand. Surely we're not meant to be more than 13.
Oh, we're not members.
What?
We only stopped by to see Simon. I've just come back from the continent. You see, we have this...
Excuse me.
What's going on now? We're going to be asked to leave, Rex. You move among the guests and listen to what they have to say.
Rex, old friend, I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to throw you out. The meeting's due to start very shortly.
It's better than you. But we must learn to control them.
Control. Yes, yes, I see exactly what you mean. And organization.
Do you think we shall have a good meeting tonight?
If the weather improves, we shall learn much.
It is his natal conjunction which should help immeasurably.
2 years ago in Berlin, I experienced exactly similar conditions.
That is most interesting.
It was all a question of all things.
Mars in conjunction with Saturn, of course.
Yes, but you mustn't call him Abraham until deed poll is executed.
Now why?
Well, there's got to be an initiation ceremony first, and then we can proceed.
We must get them out of here. Then, Tanith, too. Tanith is her real name. This is her baptism as well. Very well, we'll do what we can.
singers also perform witchcraft to their music so that we keep on listening to their songs.
I was the manager of Zodiac Productions, which Zodiac Productions, its name's been changed since then. I'm not even sure what they call it now, but it's the largest music conglomerate in the world. It owns RCA Records, Columbia Records, Motown Records, owns almost all the concert booking agencies in the United States. And that's not even the name of the company that owns it. The name of the company that owns it is Brenner Enterprises, and Brenner Enterprises is owned by Chase Manhattan. Chase Manhattan's owned by Standard Oil, and Standard Oil is owned by the Lords of London. You can track it on back. You kind of get the idea after a while. But I was the managing president of Zodiac Productions. It was one of my jobs as being one of these 13 people. Thus, I got to know many of the people who produce music and sing the music and play the music that you play. Now, one of the closest friends that I got during that time that I obtained was a man named David Crosby. Crosby, Still, Nash & Young. I saw David the day before Christmas last year, talked with him. I got him away from this witch that he had with him. He told her to go shopping. We were in West Hollywood, and I was witnessing around to people I knew. We went off in this store, and we started talking. I said, David, I'd like to ask you a couple questions. I said, I already know the answers, but I've been gone for 5 years. I'd like to know if certain things are still the way they were when I left. I said, now I'll have to explain some of this when I'm done, because you're not going to understand it all unless you know something about music. I said, do they still take the master to the temple room? Dave said, yeah. I said, do they still have the coven conjure demons into the master? He said, of course. I said, now, I got to know something. What's the main reason for rock music? He said, come on, Lance, you know what the reason is. I said, please, David, I don't want to guess. Tell me what the main reason is. He says, the same as when you were in, so that we can play spells on people that we couldn't cast spells upon. I'll explain what that means in a minute. I said, okay, one last thing. I've been hearing that you must be an initiated witch now to get a record contract. He said, that's right. He says, many of us that weren't total witches have to be witches now in order to produce music. I said, thank you. The master is a tape about as big as the top of this podium that looks like an overgrown 8-track that the album is cut on and is placed in a machine that produces and presses the records and the 8-tracks and cassettes that you buy. After it's been recorded, it's taken in. This is why a master's cut months in advance before it's released. On the full moon, it's taken in to a temple room about the size of this auditorium that is in every one of the major music companies, behind locked doors up in the executive offices. And it's placed on an altar sitting in the north of the room, and a pentagram engraved in the floor. And 13 hand-chosen witches and wizards and a coven come in and conjure a principality or a power up, usually Regia or something like that, and order him to tell the demons under him to follow every record and every tape coming off of that master. As I tell many Christian parents, you can go home and count your kids' records, probably yours too, and count how many demons at least are there. If that's too hard for you to believe, I'm sorry. That's why they do it. Now listen to me. This is why rock music's addicting. Have you ever seen kids that got rid of their music? They go around like this. They can't wait to find a rock station somewhere, and they sneak off just like getting a cigarette or a fix, because it's addicting. That's why they can't give it up. The rest of the conversation was this. You can't cast a spell on a Christian, but you can get a Christian to cast a spell on themselves. If you give the permission for the spell to work, being a Christian won't block it. And rock music is not just a song. It is supernatural music that which is carefully designed by their spirit guides or familiar spirits in the form of spells. Now, although the devil's music's power is the music and God's music is the words, much of the songs are written in what we call witch language. Give you kind of an idea. Many of you talk on a CB, unless you know what a smoky is, and a 10-4, and a front door and back door and rocking chair and these type of things. You don't know what you're talking about. Same with witches. When you're in the first and second level, you have to learn over 2,000 words that said by anybody else mean something totally different than when you say them.
There are multiple artists जिन्होंने अपना soul बेच के enormous amount of fame कमाया है. Before I start this part, कुछ लोग बोलेंगे कि you don't know the mother shit about these artists. Just the art. You don't give a fuck about the art. These are just showcasing their art in a different manner. Please watch the video closely.
The 67th Grammy Awards nominations are just a moments away. Nominees for Best Pop Solo Performance: Beyonce, Sabrina Carpenter,
She was in the movie of Clouds and I literally loved it. Movies के कुछ टाइम के बाद she started kissing girls. I have one clip जिसमें वो burning sage को जला रही है.
Satan takes God's creation and what he does is pivots people and convinces them, deceives them to worship the creation rather than the creator.
अगर किसी को समझ नहीं आ रहा है burning sage के बारे में, I'll link one video below. फिर उसने एक वीडियो बनाई जिसका नाम फैदा था, वो भी कैथोलिक चर्च में, जहाँ पे उसे नहीं बनाना चाहिए था क्योंकि वो एक होली प्लेस है. इसी की वजह से उसे बैकलैश भी मिला था. एंड यू नो उसका रिस्पॉन्स क्या था? जीसस वॉज अ कारपेंटर. अल्टीमेटली ये वो बोलना चाह रही कि जीसस उसके फैन है. देयर आर सम वर्ड्स यू कैन हैव अ क्लोज लुक ऑन इट. जीसस, व्हाट्स गर्ल टू डू? दिस बॉय डजंट इवन नो द डिफरेंस बिटवीन there. Yet he's naked in my room. Since all the good ones call their exes wasted, and since the Lord forgot my gay awakening, you can see why the fuck she's referencing God in that manner. उसका ex Joshua Bassett ने एक वीडियो भी डाली थी how he got saved by Jesus Christ.
Nominees for Best Pop Solo Performance: Sabrina, carpenter.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my girl, Beyonce!
उसने एक वीडियो डाली होल्ड अप जहाँ पे वो क्लेम कर रही है कि तुम बाइबल के पेपर को यूज कर सकते हो एज अ tampons.
I bathed in bleach and plugged my menses with pages from the holy book.
There's a one clip of which जो कि Beyonce के बारे में बता rही है.
So, do you consider yourself a witch?
Oh, I am a witch.
They tell me Beyonce's a witch and shit like that.
Oh,
that
she
we
is.
should be scared. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's an Ephah. So when she wears her yellow, that's Oshun.
मैंने जो आपको वीडियो बताई थी उसके बाद ये ब्राइट येलो कलर की ड्रेस पहन के बाहर आती है.
Right before I performed, I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me.
Witching Beyonce. Did Queen Bee practice witchcraft on one of her musicians? In this Daily Mail TV exclusive, the drummer who claimed she was put under Beyonce's spell is now speaking out.
The fact that people keep saying, I'm crazy? Hell, the situations I had to deal with and survive are crazy. Changing into animals and jumping into other bodies and all kinds of really crazy stuff.
As we are witnessing history tonight, breaking the record for the most Grammy wins of all time. Be upstanding and show your respect. It's Renaissance, Beyonce.
Hey guys, it's Doja Cat.
She keeps on highlighting demons in her videos. In the recent few years, उसने बहुत ज़्यादा provoke evil चीज़ों को किया है. उसके पास multiple tattoos भी हैं. In one of her music video, उसने अपने head पे लूसीफर की आई भी बना रखी थी. उसने एक पैरालिसिस का सेगमेंट डाला है उसकी वीडियो में जिसमें वो बता रही है कि स्लीप पैरालिसिस के दौरान लोगों को कैसे ईविल फील होता है.
Me, it's literally an imposter.
She always give reference to this verse.
No one can serve two masters. For you will hate one and love the other. You will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and be enslaved to money.
Kevin Gates.
Say, fast forward to the future, if I was 86 years old.
Year-old.
Well, this is gonna sound very, very crazy. I'm already like 3,000 years old right now. I just tell people I'm 33 because I don't age. Like 3,000. I know that's gonna sound weird, but I don't age. I'm immortal. There's nothing new under the sun.
And I have one disturbing Instagram live that will fucking change your mind. जब एक लेडी उसकी डॉटर से बोल रही है she is sweet, तो उसका आंसर आ रहा है she is powerful too.
You look at her. She's so sweet.
Hey, she's powerful too.
And उसकी डॉटर ने बोला कि मैंने अपने छोटे भाई पे मैजिक करा है. And Kevin Gates ने तभी रोक दिया था.
Yeah, I did magic on my brother yesterday. Yeah, I did magic on my brother yesterday.
Don't talk, sweetheart. It's okay. You're a silly man. I can talk to kids.
She powerful.
I know.
Because, you know, we don't, that's a lot of people right there.
She's sweet to kids, I swear.
Why you don't never just talk for yourself? Why you always talk to your familiar? You know, you supposed to give them the orders. They don't supposed to give you the orders. You the controller. You know, I got 10,000 names right now.
I know.
Yeah, at my command. At my command.
You got it, your command.
I got 10,000 angels in here with me right now, at my command. I sacrifice for this, though.
You, I know. I will too.
I'm over 3,000 years old. I'm up in rank. I'm up in rank. Don't you run from me. I want your soul.
She's gonna tell you about who is Roman.
Roman is a crazy boy who lives in me. And he says the things that I don't want to say. He was born, just a few months ago. I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage. So he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people, and he's violent.
That must be nice to have, like, an ignorant loudmouth who you can just sort of blame every...
He wants to be blamed. I don't want to blame him. I ask him to leave, but he can't. He's here for a reason. People have brought him out. People conjured him up. Now he won't leave.
Roman's revenge is just about taking control. Saying Roman is here to stay. And anybody that ever doubted Roman is going down in a coffin.
Also, I want to find out about this situation with you have many different alter egos, right?
Oh, yes.
Roman is one, and then you have...
Roman is one, Barbie is one. She's like the little innocent girl. I have Martha, who's Roman's mother. She's like a crazy lady from London.
Very well deserved. Give it up for the weekend, Blinding Light.
If you see his Starboy song, जिस पे उसे 2.4 billion views मिले हैं, इस वीडियो में he's murdering his old self. फिर वो जाइंट रेड क्रॉस को लेके घूम रहा है. अगर आपको ये चीज़ें समझ नहीं आ रही हैं तो मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. He's trying to say कि मेरा फिर से रीबॉर्न हो गया है. If you closely look at these lyrics, you'll figure out something. What the fuck he really is. अगर आप उसके जॉन FM एल्बम को देखोगे तो again you'll gonna see कि he's murdering his old self and demons उसको cheer भी कर रहे हैं.
Thank you.
My name is Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
I'm Billie Eilish.
Singers, rappers always wanna emphasize कि Satan is more powerful than God.
And the Grammy goes to Billie Eilish.
And the Grammy goes to... Okay, wait a minute. Billie Eilish!
After listening this shit, I wrote one song. I remember the first time I dismembered a family member. December. I think it was having a drink with my cousin. I wrapped him in a Christmas light and posed him in a thinking top, but cut him into the pieces just when I went to drink his blood. I thought I was out to drink his bath water, and how to be fun. That's when my days serials murder and Miss Slaughter began. Don't worry, I know I suck. It was not written by me. It was written by Eminem.
We got rock stars standing right next to pop icons. We got rap stars standing right here next to R&B. Nobody is wasting nobody. But then look what we have here. D12, the Dirty Dozen, led by some white boy named Eminem. They are single-handedly destroying the music industry.
911, what is your emergency?
I just killed my family with a knife. All of them, all three of them.
29-year-old Michael Miller, covered in blood, talking to 911 operators minutes after killing his wife Adriana, his 9-year-old daughter Valerie, and critically injuring his 4-year-old son Brian.
They woke up, I was threatening my wife with a knife, and my kids came out, and I killed my wife, and I killed both my kids.
Okay, are you sure you're not dreaming, Michael?
I am positive.
Miller told officers he was possessed and his wife became a demon. Just before stabbing her at 4 in the morning, he told police he started screaming lyrics from an Eminem song and saying, "Here comes Satan. I'm the Antichrist. I'm going to kill you."
Have you ever had any type of thoughts of doing this before?
Never, never, ever, ever. It just hit me like a brick in the face. I don't even know why I did it.
When the kids woke to their mother's screams, Miller told police he stabbed them too, stabbing his 4-year-old son the most because he loved him more. Miller then told officers he rolled a cigarette, said another prayer, and called 911, all while his son was laying on the dining room floor, clinging to life.
Can you go over and
No, I can't. I cannot.
Why not?
I can't look at what I did.
Okay, well, you need to. You need to face up to the reality of this. You need to go and help him.
I just want to mention one point here. I'm a big fan of hip hop and pop culture, but I've noticed one thing. These artists have killed their old self for once, like Katy Perry. I know कि जब आप क्रिश्चियनिटी में आ जाते हो तो आपका न्यूबॉर्न होता है, but they do the devil shit all the time. I don't know what to say. Are you still believing कि this is art?
Me, it's literally an imposter.
Let's just keep satanic thing aside for a sec. I'm not denying the fact that they are putting out incredible music, no doubt. But we must be vigilant enough and well aware about these things. Whatever the shit we are listening, you can just examine yourself. अगर आप इधर पे ये सोच रहे हो कि हम लोग तो बस गाने सुनते हैं, हमें घंटा कुछ इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं होता है, बट इन एक्चुअलिटी ग्रेजुअली यू विल स्टार्ट लाइकिंग डार्क थिंग्स. Just suppose your child is listening these artists and start worshiping devil. This is creepy and disturbing.
And what you benefit if you gain the whole world, but you lose your own soul? Is anything worth more than your soul?
In the end, you're not listening music. They are just conveying their dedicated message ताकि हम लोग darkness और satanic culture को पसंद करने लगें. While I was researching on this topic, I found कि history में Illuminati and Satanism को लोग छोड़ रहे हैं. So, why do some people leave Illuminati and turn from Satan and follow the Jesus Christ thought? क्योंकि मैथ्यू के इस वर्स की वजह से.
Matthew 28 read, 18:20. And Jesus came and spake unto them, saying, All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Go ye, therefore, and teach all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost, teaching them to observe all the things whatsoever I have commanded you, and lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Amen.
And I have removed all these artists from my Spotify account. Did you remember like day before yesterday I told you about the same shit? Do you still not believe that there is like invisible spiritual war going between God and evil? devil always wants sacrifices. In the real world, एक ऐसा बंदा एग्जिस्ट करता है जो कि सेटन जैसे डिस्टर्बिंग चीजें करता है. That's PDD.